Alright, hello everyone at gbfans.com. This is 47, just with a quick tutorial. A lot of people have been talking in the chat about labels, and I just wanted to show the technique that works best for me to make labels. It's a bit on the cheap, but it does produce a very good quality label. This is a Star Trek Next Generation tricorder that I've actually upgraded, and I used my methods for labels on that. So it gives a very plasticky, quite a professional finish to the labels. I just wanted to share with you my process for doing this. Okay, for this you'll need a printout. I actually got this one from H Props. Apparently it's the 100% scale, so that's awesome. You'll also need a can of 3M Super 77 spray adhesive. I bought the big one because I use this a lot. You'll also need a roll of, as clear as you can get it, packing tape. The wider the better, because obviously you're going to be doing the labels. You'll need a scalpel. You could also use a packing knife or a pair of scissors. I find the scalpel works best for nice clean lines. And I think that's pretty much it, aside from a metal ruler. I usually use my smaller one for these, but I can't find it, so I have to use my giant one. So first steps first, just print this out. I find it actually works best if you just use regular paper. It tends to take the ink a lot better, and it also tends to take the spray adhesive a lot better. So let's just pick out we'll do the filler plug and air vent label. This is actually the labels, obviously, for the Ghostbusters Proton pack, for those of you that are sitting there wondering what on earth this is. So you just need to grab some of this tape, just cut off that bit that's wrinkly. You want the tape to obviously be nice and smooth and snug so it behaves itself when it's on. Okay, and just cut a piece off that's about the size you're going to need. Make sure it goes a little bit over though. Okay, and then stick it on top. Press it down so you've got no air bubbles or creases. I should also point out that my printer is running a little low on ink, so these aren't, some of these colors aren't as vivid as I would like. So there you can see that's kind of plasticky on there. Okay, then you're going to get your metal ruler, and you're actually going to cut out these sections, making sure there's no white left on it. You can probably see my table's pretty cut up as it is, because this is what I cut on all the time. It's stuck there. I mean, obviously there are better ways to do labels. A lot of people are offering paid labels and things like that. I mean, that's all well and good, but there are some people out there that can't afford to do that and don't have the ability to. So there's your label. It's got a plasticky finish, okay, and it looks pretty good. What I'll do now is show you how to spray it using your spray adhesive. Just grab some cardboard or something like that to spray on. Okay, put it down, and then you get your spray adhesive, give it a good shake, quick blast, and then usually just about 3 coats does it. Give it a little second to become sticky, okay, and then it'll stick to pretty much anything. So that's how I do my labels. Give it a go. It does actually produce pretty good quality labels, and I'm quite happy with it. There's one thing that I just wanted to share with you before I finish this video. The clippered labels for the Ghostbusters thrower wands are obviously quite difficult to come by. I gave this a go because I thought it might work, and it has worked to a degree, but I'll explain it when I see it. If you have any of this ducting insulation tape, I got this from Canadian Tire for about, I think, $3 or something like that. And if you actually cut a section off, peel the sticker off, then stick it on the piece of paper where the clippered labels would normally be, it'll actually print on them, and you'll get something like this. Now, as I said, my printer is running out of ink, so it's not as vivid as it could be, and I have a feeling a laser printer would actually produce better results as well than my inkjet. But you can see that when it would print properly, obviously it would all be black and you would just have the silver. So that is an option again for somebody that can't afford or just wants to have a low budget build, or someone that can't be bothered or just would rather do it themselves. Obviously from then on you would still stick the piece of tape to the top and then cut off those edges, round those corners, probably with a pair of scissors. I find works best for rounding corners on these labels. And then flip it over, give it a quick blast of adhesive spray on the side, and there's your clippered labels. So I'd like to say thanks to gbfans.com and to H-Props as well for his labels. I'll be using his labels with the same method that I've used here for my Proton pack, and I hope some other people can find this useful too. Thanks very much.